wonder if you guys can hear me. Pretty new to this. Okay, I'm trying to just get this started and then I'll go over the morning analysis. Appreciate you guys in the chat for helping me out. YouTube is saying that the video is not smooth. How's the video? YouTube says it's not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth streaming. I guess we're just gonna go with it. So let's see what price is doing right now. So basically, so I don't like to trade the open because it's a little bit volatile. We don't have news today, so but I like to start with a top-down analysis. This is NQ. We've taken out all-time highs, essentially. I was thinking that we were bullish, possibly to make one more push up. To make one more push up on this 3 drives pattern and then go down. We're currently in this daily order block, I guess you can call it. This is an inverted fair value gap. And this is the high on the daily, and then I'm thinking that we move towards this daily volume imbalance if we're bearish. But like I said, I'm bullish. So I'm just gonna take you guys through what I'm thinking. So I guess we took out these equal lows. We basically came down pretty hard. Okay, so on the 15-minute, it looks like we're taking out the 4-hour and 1-hour equal lows on NQ. since I'm bullish, I want to see a reaction upwards to shift market structure. I went through my notes this past weekend and I realized that ICT tells you to make a weekly guess of where the weekly candle is going to go. And I mean, at this moment in time, I'm wrong, but I thought the weekly candle was going to go up still, just because we're at all-time highs, but it's looking like it wants to pull back into this fair value gap, which is expected. We've pushed up quite a bit. But so he says you're supposed to guess where you think the weekly candle is gonna go. And then based on that, you do top-down analysis, and during the week, you'll only trade with that bias. Usually I trade with market structure and I just sort of see where it's moving and then trade in that direction, but I feel like the moves aren't sustained and you can sort of get chopped up that way, like I did last week. And these weeks right now, it's holiday volume, I guess, so it's not the best, but I'm just trying to get experience behind the charts. So with my bullish bias, I'm only going to take trades up, but I'm weary about that just because if, as a beginner trader, if your bias is wrong, you're essentially just gonna lose those trades. But I believe with the experience that I have, I should be able to figure out if I'm wrong and fix that early on, right? I'll also be reanalyzing throughout the day and throughout the week. So right now, we got to push down below the equal lows. So we're probably going for the daily sell side. But on ES, the daily sell side is a low inside a fair value gap, and we're not even there yet. So I usually trade ES. Let's look here. So ES, yeah, ES is looking a little bit stronger in my opinion. Or maybe weaker and it still has room to go down. But like I said, I'm more bullish. So what I'm seeing is that it took out some equal lows on ES and it's able to push back up. I wonder if do you guys have any bias for the week or the day? Let me check the chat. Ashley, are you watching? I asked my sister to come on and see if the sound was good and everything. Hello to the Philippines. Stress-free trader. That sounds like a good name. Happy New Year's, you YT Scrub. I see your comments on my videos, so I really appreciate it if you're in here. I've also seen Jason Pate too. Eggs is bearish for the week. Market maker sell model on the hourly. I don't focus too much on the market maker buyer sell models, but to my understanding, it's sort of like a cup shape. And I guess we're sort of headed that way if we take this here. So you're saying that we're probably going to take the low on the daily. Hi, Nakia. Nakia says she's on paper bearish. Fib on the range before, went to bed and rejected from the 50. Oh yeah, we do have a yellow folder news, but I usually don't take those into account, but thank you, Jason. Okay, so yeah, I mean, seems like everyone is sort of bearish and I'm the only one that's bullish. If that's the case, then I probably won't be taking a trade today, but I'm basically looking for a market shift to the upside for me to get in. Oh, it's Charmaine Trades. I really appreciate all of you guys showing your support, showing up here and commenting on my videos. It's really encouraging. So I feel like we're making this sort of equal lows here. And I essentially want them to hold and push up. Otherwise, we took 830 highs and it can possibly go down. But like I said, I'm bullish for now. So we're just waiting for a shift. Pivot point down at 16,730s. So 16,730s. Okay, so you're saying NQ is probably going to take out this daily low, possibly Yeah, NQ is definitely looking a lot more weak, in my opinion, than ES. Yeah, I mean, NQ does not look good at all, and NQ usually leads, so and we just took out that low on NQ. So I guess on NQ, there's a lot of room down. That's interesting. So 830 on NQ is sort of this low, whereas 830 on ES is this high. The combine is going well. I started December 11th and I'm up 3,400, I believe. So I'm hoping to pass it within this month and then get the express funded account. And I'm funded, or I'm using Topstep right now. Oh wow, Stress-Free Trader is also bullish. And Will Trade is higher time bullish. Yeah, basically my bias is based on the higher time frame. I used to do that and then I sort of forgot. I got caught up in the smaller time frames or the lower time frames. But going over ICT's 2022 mentorship this weekend, I remembered, and then also you guys reminded me in the comments too. So I appreciate your guys' input as well. It helps me learn too. So we took these out, and I sort of want to see a push up. NQ. So I guess you could say this was sort of equal lows. feel like I usually never see this much of a disparity between ES and NQ. We also didn't tap into this 1 hour fair value gap yet on NQ. It looks like we did, but it sort of left a tick. So we haven't tapped into there yet. Long 736. I have a personal Instagram, but not one for trading. Hi, Disciplined Trader. I see you in my video comments, so I appreciate you coming on. Oh wow, we gapped down. So we're still coming down. NQ December 15th is your sell side. NQ, oops. NQ December 15th. Is your sell side. So I'm guessing that was hit. Ratanachai, NDX is just NASDAQ. Like it's the index fund, I believe, with stocks. And since it's not continuous, I was just checking to see whether we gapped up or down. Looks like we gapped down, but a lot of times with a gap, we'll either run away from it just completely, or we retrace back inside that gap to fill it. So that's all I was looking at. But I trade futures, so I'm in the March contract. This is ES and this is NQ. So yeah, this is sort of what I would be targeting, at least on NQ, these equal highs where we left this 1 hour fair value gap. But like I said, I can only go long if I see a shift in market structure, just because we've had all of this downward movement. I also like that ES is a little bit more consolidated, but it also creates a little bit more of chop as well. So NQ might be the better one to look at, because then you have all of these PD arrays that you can look at. Are you still long, Jason? Think you can push up to 810? Right before all of this. So for 1730, you had about, it's not too bad of drawdown. Yeah, I typically don't look at the Dow or YM, only for SMT divergence, but ICT usually says that NQ and ES is pretty good for that. The Dow sort of tends to do its own thing sometimes. So if we can push up past the open, I'd probably consider that little 30-minute move the Judas swing, and see if we can head up. Yeah, so since it took out this sell side, which looks like equal lows to me, I wouldn't shift bearish just yet. I'm looking at that as liquidity, and then hopefully we can push up. But we are hitting some resistance here, I think. Patience does feel good. I feel like with going into today with a bias, I don't feel like I'm missing out on these moves in the opposite direction, because normally I would have felt FOMO in the morning, seeing it come down all this way. But if it's not in my plan, then I just don't trade. So it definitely feels good. I see why you're called the stress-free trader now. And yeah, just waiting here. And if I don't take a trade and I'm wrong, then I'll just reanalyze and trade another day, or trade in the next trade in the afternoon session. So on the lower time frames, I could see that we're bouncing into this fair value gap. We broke structure there. There's also a 5-minute fair value gap, but I wouldn't enter there because I don't see the shift in structure, which is why I'm waiting for this one to be taken out. I used to trade on the lower time frames, but which ICT does as well. But I just found that I was sort of getting a little hesitant with all of the noise, but this looks pretty good. This looks like a shift in structure to the upside. Looks like we broke structure there. It bounced from that fair value gap. But I am just waiting for the larger time frame, just because NQ is sort of looking more bearish. Wow, Australia. So we had Philippines and Australia. It's crazy. Reminder to drink some water. I have not drank water yet. Oh, cool, Hawaii. So on the lower time frame, it looks like we sort of created these like equal lows, and then if we can push up, but with that said, also it could just take those out. But I'm hoping that it swept this low and wants to push up. The next draw for me, what I see is, I mean, I'd be looking for these equal highs to be taken out and for us to retrace back up to this 1 hour bearish fair value gap. But that's because I'm bullish. This low is pretty close. But yeah, that's probably where I see the next draw. This is sort of equal highs there, and we left that fair value gap open. Definitely a nice drop in the morning, but I think this is probably the first time that I didn't feel FOMO or feel like, oh, I have to jump in, because that's not my bias. But possibly new lows after a new high. Or the new lows could be the liquidity to go higher. So we'll have to see what plays out. Let's go back on the 5 minute. So yeah, looking like we might take this out here and then this low on NQ, and then use this high as the break of structure to the upside. VIX is volatility, right? I think I used to look at that when I would trade stocks. I don't look at it too much now, but I would assume that since it's the new year, that volatility would start picking up, but probably not till tomorrow or even next week. I think there's news tomorrow. So it seems like we're getting a nice push up, a reaction from this sort of fair value gap, and we took these lows. Oops. So on the 3 minute, it sort of looks a little bit nicer. We tapped into this fair value gap, created those equal lows, and then came back to take that liquidity and then push up. That's sort of what I'm seeing, but like I said, I want to see the shift on at least the 5 minute. before I enter. Yeah, sort of one bias for the week. ICT says that you look at the weekly and you try to guess where that next weekly candle is going to go. That's what I'm doing. I'm following one bias, I guess you could say. But since I'm still a beginner, I could well easily get that bias wrong. And if I stick to that the entire week, it's just going to be losses after losses after losses. So I basically reevaluate at the end of every day or the start of every day as well. Bias weekly, but Condor has been running it. Not too sure what a Condor is. I used to trade in crypto, but I've sort of just stuck with futures now. I sort of bounced around all the asset classes, and I like the price action in futures. It's also 24 hours essentially like crypto, so that's why I was trading crypto. But I am still looking at crypto. I'm watching crypto, mainly Bitcoin and ETH, because the halving is this year. So everyone's expecting a pretty big move, but you know, it could be a black swan event, and this halving, it just doesn't go up. But I definitely am watching it, because if it does make a move, I want to be part of it. But I think some of my friends, they're getting back into NFTs and all like the shit coining. So it definitely brings me back. But I'm very happy with futures and Topstep. So that's the plan for this year. If I get into anything with crypto, I'll maybe make a video or something. But futures is what I'm focusing on. Germany, that's cool. It's crazy. I'm trading ICT's 2022 model. Melindu, probably no coins that I can really say. Like I said, I've only been looking at Bitcoin and Bitcoin and Ethereum to sort of just watch their movement and see if I want to join in. But I'm staying away from altcoins and shit coins at the moment. We're focusing on more consistent profitability and not just hitting it big on one. But more power to you if you're looking for that. Oh, Charmaine, you're from Houston. I've been trading for 3 years. This is gonna be the 4th year now. But it's really been on and off, so I'm excited to commit to a full year of trading this year. 366 days. My sister said it's a leap year, so. Tried shitcoins a while back, got rug pulled to oblivion. Sounds about right. So I still have not got that shift in market structure yet, and that's fine. Yeah, oddly calm when you have a bias. I think before, when I wasn't trading with bias and I was trying to trade market structure, I just see us chop back and forth and I have a lot of FOMO going both ways, but this is better. But if we come back down, I'm definitely going to reevaluate during lunch. If we just continue down, then my bias may be off. What made me want to take trading serious now? So I guess I've been doing a lot of introspection, and I realized that my past self hasn't really stuck to things or given it a good go. I'll sort of get bored or not give it enough time, I guess. And I actually enjoy it, you know? So I guess I feel like I like it. It makes sense to me. I'm more logical and analytical, so it's sort of, it's passion, but also like skill, and I'm enjoying learning. And yeah, so my thing for this year is that I want to actually give it adequate time to see a fair shot, I guess you could say. I guess that was a pretty long-winded question, but yeah, I've just been doing it for 3 years, and I haven't reached profitability yet, but I know I can if I just buckle down and actually put in the work. They say that we probably overestimate the capacity that we're working at, or the efficiency that we're working at, so I know that I can do more. So I'm all in on trading, and yeah, I'm only trading right now, so unemployed. Or we'll say self-employed. The first 2 weeks of trading are in general more bearish. Most big players taking profits. Definitely heard that. Yep. It's just I was thinking that we were gonna have one more big push before continuing down, but we'll see. Ironically, I always restart trading at the beginning of the year, and or I start during the holidays, and there's usually like a Santa rally, so as a beginner I would expect it to continue, and then I just get crushed at the beginning of the year. So I definitely remember. I'm technically self-taught in trading, but I learned everything on YouTube. And right now I'm trading ICT concepts. So it looks like we're making another low on ES. NQ's been going down. Deploy is to use your skills to profit from. Employ is to sell your skills out for a boss. Be your own boss. Feels better. Keep at it. Do you notice the silver belt or silver bullet sell? Silver bullet. I thought the silver bullet was in the afternoon. Or is there one in the morning as well? Or is it maybe this one here? That drop down and then the return here on the 15-minute? Oh, NDX 2-minute fair value gap. Minute fair value gap. I'm guessing here. I'm not too familiar with silver bullet, at least in the morning. ICT has a lot of terminology and like strategies that I feel like it can get a little confusing at times, or so I try to focus mainly on the 2022 mentorship only. But I appreciate you guys pointing these out, because then I can look into the silver bullet a little bit more, and then maybe I can see what you guys are saying. Trading alone sucks sometimes. Yeah, trading can be pretty isolating, I think, but that's why I was drawn to live streams, and that's why I'm sort of trying to that's why I'm doing live streams now. It's just nice to have someone there, whether you're putting in the background or you're trying to learn, or I know people copy trade too, but this is not financial advice. I'm trading in Topstep's 150K combine. Disciplined trader is right. Boring is not the word. Or not sucks, boring is the word. You have to be your own motivator. Boring is good. Means you're mastering your trading. Only have one monitor. I'm actually on a laptop, so hopefully when I become profitable, I can get a whole monitor set up and everything. John liquidity 4755.75. Oh, nice. So it looks like we just took that then. Oh. 10 to 11 a.m. New York time is silver bullet. So 10 to 11. Yes, I'm guessing it's probably this one here down to this low, I guess. Daily fair value gap on NQ is the draw. Yeah, there were a lot of daily fair value gaps on NQ. There's a lot. There's a lot down here. So actually looks a lot nicer on NQ if yeah, so looking at the 1 minute, I feel like you could it's been pretty choppy, but I guess this one, if you joined in this fair value gap and then took that down to this, to these lows, that would have been good. I'm glad that I'm waiting for the shift on the 5 minute, because the 1 minute I definitely would have got tripped up. Since I was bullish, I probably would have taken one of these here. These entries. sort of looking at that there as something, just because we keep going, we're moving down. But like I said, I'm bullish on the day. If we don't get anything by 11 or so, I'd probably look to reevaluate during lunch. Numic, yeah. I think you might have commented, or someone commented it in my videos about daily bias, and I'm adding that to, I guess I'm remembering that it's part of 22 mentorship, so it should definitely improve or help improve looks like we're still headed down. This entry looks the best on NQ. If you were bearish, entering on this 15-minute fair value gap that broke this structure here, the 15-minute sell side, that in hindsight looks like the best there. No trades today yet. I have a bullish bias, so I'm sort of looking for a shift in market structure. If we can come and push up above this high, I'd look to join on this breaker here. But we've yet to break it. Closed NQ short 749 to 689. Oh wow. And that was the silver bullet. 749. 1 minute fair value gap. $7.49. Oh, was it this one here? At 10.24 or 10.14? 10.14, 1 minute fair value gap. Oh yeah, this one here. Yeah, so you probably entered here or here. That was a good one. And then close it out. Oh wow, 689, basically the bottom. Good job, Charmaine. I'll definitely have to watch that in your video later if you post it. Alright, it is 11. I'm probably gonna call it here. I'm gonna do some more analysis, see if I'm gonna still be bullish for the rest of the week. But I will see you guys on tomorrow morning if you guys would like to join me. Looks like we might be getting my little push up, but I'll post my daily recap at the end like I normally do, so you guys can see if I take any trades the rest of the day. But I really appreciate you guys joining me and making my first live as pleasant as it was. Rated that short-term high and turtle souped in the fair value gap. But yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Hopefully you guys get some trades in, or maybe